Hi everybody, welcome to the Sydney Pool Masters Challenge. We've got a wonderful feast of a match here for you today. We have the young and the old, the good looking and the not so good looking. We've got George Mariglis on the left hand side. George, how are you feeling today, mate?
Yeah, pretty good. The bones are still aching, but that's all right.
How's your eyesight today?
Yeah, same as when I played you, Barry, not very good.
Well, we've got a race to 15 today. We're also playing Chris Calabrese. Chris, how are you feeling, mate?
Yeah, feeling fine. Just looking forward to this. There's a little bit of history between George and everyone else, I guess. So George likes to talk it up, which is great. I respect George on the pool scene. He's a great character for the game, and which we need. So I always encourage that. But I'm expecting a good match. 5-star is a lot, and I'm happy to give it a go. You know, we started this league to encourage more players to play, and make it harder on the top players. I don't want to, introduce something and then they say, oh, he just introduced it for himself. It's for everyone, so everyone support it, and I'm really happy George could come and support it, and hopefully we can have a good game and you guys enjoy it at home.
Any final words before we shoot off? We are playing a race of 15 today, guys. It's only going to be one set, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, one set. I'm happy to double the prize money if he wants to double the start.
I think...
Double everything. Race to 30.
No. We're only going to play one set today, guys. Race to 15. Commentators will be Vinny Calabrese, Jamie Williams, and myself. We'll be rotating the commentary. We hope you love it. Good luck to both of you. Win a break. Anything you want to say before we start?
Just thank you again to City Heroes, Walter, for helping us out and supporting us. Q Creator, one of my sponsors, who helps out a lot. Kimo for all the camera work, he helps out a lot as well. And to yourself, Barry, always doing well in the commentary team. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys. Good luck to both of you. Let the games begin. Enjoy, guys.
Hey, Baz. Yeah, we'll share it. We're used to sharing. Hello, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear us? Alrighty, folks. Welcome. What is it? Alternate breaks.
Alternate break today.
I like alternate breaks. Hello, guys. If you're joining us, we're down at City Heroes, and it's myself, the incredible and amazing, insatiable Vinny Calabrese. I'm joined with the very standard, mediocre Barry the Mill Mavros. No, he's actually incredible as well. Hi, Baz.
Hi, Vinny. It's great to comment with you. I think it's the first time we're doing it together, so...
Alongside you today.
Yeah, I might not be one of the elite pool players in the country, but I'm definitely one of the elite commentators in the country.
Well, like we said before, they don't call you Golden Tonsils Mavros for nothing.
Well, this match today, it's a race to 10. It's a 10 ball, race to 15. 5 start to George, but for some reason we're playing alternate break, not winner break today.
I think George came up with that.
George came up. Well, that for me is a big difference, because with the winner break format, Chris can really knock off 3, 4, 5 frames in a row.
Yeah, you can get a good roll going on and catch up that handicap.
In essence, it actually makes the handicap a lot larger than what it was.
George is a smart man, isn't he? He knows that alternate breaks is the way forward. He's not dumb. He may look it, but he's not. There we go. It's paid off already.
Well, with the alternate break format and giving 5 start, I really feel that Chris has to start off strong, and scratching off the break like that isn't the start you want. Plus, also, this match is going to be a slightly different match to what we saw last week when Chris was playing myself. Chris and myself played a very open game. I expect to see a lot more safety play coming from the slug.
Yeah, you reckon?
No, absolutely. I think the slug will do everything he can. The slug, I mean George Mariglis, will do everything he can to take the cash.
I thought he was more of a
aggressive,
bit of a showman. He liked to go for his shots. I know he can play
I expect
safe.
to see a lot of 3 foul attempts in this match today.
Oh, right, yeah.
Not only will he try and snag frames with 3 fouls, but he'll also try and frustrate Chris with 3 fouls.
Maybe.
Possibly, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not normally wrong though, Vinny.
He didn't quite get on the floor there. He tried to, I don't know what he tried there. He tried to stun across and open the balls, but oh, look at that, Baz. He had to do a baby swerve.
Trust me, from a guy that's played George quite a few times for cash, he's remarkably good. He's a very good safety player.
Well, yeah, I know he doesn't play too much these days. I know he plays once a week in the league and that, but yeah, back in the day, he mixed it with the best of them, you know.
Is there a window open between these balls?
Yeah.
Oh, shot from
Look at
Chris.
that shot. He's used the 9 as a stopper, Baz.
Hey, soldier. All right, yourself. Good too. Saw it last time.
You got it too?
Interesting match. This is a really interesting match. We've got George and Chris Calabrese.
I'll get some.
George, renowned as one of the best money players in the country. And Chris, renowned as probably the second biggest talent in the country next to Vinny, of course, his brother. Am I right, Vinny?
I don't know, Big Paul. Oh, what a shot. Nearly George pulled off there.
Using the words talent and Vinny in the same sentence, that's a bit risky, isn't it?
One goes hand in hand with the other, man. This is where Chris now needs to put away the first frame, my opinion. Get that handicap down to 4 only.
Well, look at that shot. That's a good indication. He's played 2 rails. Oh, it looked perfect, but the table just ran on because they're ultra quick. Matt, you played last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I struggled immensely with the speed of the table.
It's it's very, very quick, and oh, that's not the start he wants, is it? Look at this.
Look at
Second
this.
prize though, Baz.
Fluke snook.
It's one of your moves.
Yeah, when you don't pot every ball you go for like you, every now and then you get to flick a snooker.
Well, isn't the old saying, if you miss, play safe?
Yeah.
That's what he did. So I think George can attempt to try and pot this. Look at this. Oh. I don't think Chris will give George another chance here.
No, I don't think so
I think
either.
he's-
Is he on the right side of the 5 though, or on the wrong side of the 5?
I think
We'll find out in a
Yeah,
moment.
we'll find out. Yeah, it looks like. I think he's just starting across, slight angle.
You know, I spoke to quite a few people prior to this match, Vinny, and a lot of people really favoured Chris to just walk all over George.
Oh,
But-
okay, I heard probably the opposite with some of the guys I've said. They said 5-star. That's a lot. For
It's
George.
a big start. 5 start is a very big start.
Especially if you think of it this way, Baz, if George gets off to a 3-1 lead, it's 8-1. He's already over halfway there.
Yep.
And then that's when the pressure turns back onto Chris.
Well, the pressure still is on Chris,
Yeah.
especially early, because he knows he has to get off to a good start.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's all about this. Well, it's every frame, but the start is massive. Look at this. Oh, I played an inside kiss. Beautiful shot. So I think if he pots this, Baz, it's frame 1 down. Let's see how nice he hits this. Oh!
You know, I'm curious to see how quickly George adapts to the speed of his table.
That was the only thing that, because I know George, like I said, plays once a week in his own league and only on the 7-footers. I'm not sure if he's come down, but even if he has, the table will catch you out so easily. Look at this. Oh, it has conditions. Using a couple of rails with a touch of side, it'll be a completely different reaction to what he's used to. And that's 1-0. I'll be back.
So Chris Calabrese takes the first frame. I'm joined in the commentary box here by Graham. Graham, how are you feeling today, mate?
Oh yeah, pretty good. I'm hoping I might get an hour out of you later on today.
An hour out of me, you mean on the pool table?
Play on a table for an hour.
I reckon after this set is over, there'll be a few money matches going, and we'll be able to play a few games together. Always, of course, for a small fee.
Yeah. Oh, it's $16 for the table, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy doing commentary last week for the first time?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I've done some commentary for a different sport before, and I was struggling a little bit because there's a lot of action going on. But with pool,
Well, George Mariglis just broke the balls now, but they didn't react the way that you would expect them to react. It looks like We call that a hot rack. Because when you don't rack the balls tight enough for yourself, you hot rack yourself.
Oh, yeah?
The balls didn't split open as much as you wanted them to. And George, you might not know who George is. George Mariglis is considered a master player. He was, especially 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a very talented, very strong, very good money player. As you know, Chris is one of the best players in the country. There's no one that's going to dispute.
I saw that
dispute
last
that
week.
yeah, no one's going to dispute that comment I just made now. But a 5 start in race to 15 with an alternative break format, it's a big start. Big start. It's not like you can just keep breaking running 2-3 frames in a row. And just
we were
destroy
seeing
the
that
handicap.
last week with Chris.
In the final set, Chris played against me. He played extremely strong. So
Sorry, I'm back. I had to get some breath mints for you, Baz. I just had a Chinese. I took the family out with all the winnings I've been winning the last few days. Went for Chinese, went for yogurt berry, went for ginger juice.
well, what you missed was George broke, but the balls didn't really open up well. And,
They didn't?
No, but George is back in again now.
He overran, but then again, because the cloth was so slick, so he wanted to play a stun there, but it's reacted as a screw because the cloth was so reactive. So you just touch it and you get reaction, and that's why he's gone in off. He wanted to come before the corner pocket. Chris has even overran that, Baz. So it's a bit
Chris
tricky.
has played a little bit on these tables too.
Yeah, so these first few frames, they're both getting used to it, especially now it is comp mode, you know, it is match time.
Well, since it's only one set, race to 15 for one set,
Wow, what a
$500.
shot.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, you've got that in the back of your mind. Even if there was 2 sets, you'd think, well, if I win the first, I can come back in the second. But now it's just like sudden death now.
Yeah. I think that just adds more pressure. I am surprised though that Chris agreed to the alternate break format. I am surprised.
It can work both. Well, yeah, it's obviously in favour of him, the slightly better player. Oh, that was a
It's
nice
beautiful
shot.
shot. Beautiful shot from Chris.
Beautiful shot from a beautiful man.
Very beautiful man. Then a little bit flat.
Yeah,
He's got to play
it
this in the
is,
middle
but,
pocket or...
Ooh.
He didn't have a lot of angle on that
No, he
9 ball.
didn't. You should chop this in. But remember, playing with the rest makes it a little bit harder. He's landed in the middle, Baz, the worst place. Big
Come on,
shot
Chris,
here.
buddy.
Big
Come on,
shot.
mate.
Ooh.
Shot from Chris.
That was a snooker rest shot, that was.
So the 5-frame handicap has now become a 3-frame deficit.
In this instance, you're thinking, like, you know, if George won the first, it would be 7-0, 5-2. Now, that's
It's a
the
huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference. And 3 frames behind, it doesn't faze him at all. I think he's going to be feeling very comfortable taking their first 2 frames out.
Yeah, the next few frames will really tell us what's going on. You feel if it gets to 5-all, well,
Oh yeah.
Chris is favourite, isn't he?
Oh, obviously you feel that, but you never know.
Oh.
George can get one of those sudden bursts of inspiration where he starts to run off racks
he
double
can
time.
too. He can.
And because of his speed, he can be quite intimidating. But I have to admit, though, I have never seen George so quiet before.
You're right, Baz. I remember when he played you, he was quite the happy chappy.
Very vocal.
He was in between shots, in between frames.
Well, I have to admit, I think George respects Chris a lot more.
Then he respects you.
Yeah, I think so. But also, George and me are a lot closer than people think.
Okay, yep, all right.
So
Yep.
he can tease me in that way, and maybe he's not that close to Chris.
All right, yeah. Yeah, that was right. Yeah, that day he was. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he was very vocal that day.
Yeah.
I wish they had a separate camera on him because we could have done like three or four episodes of a serial TV show of all the stuff he was saying that day.
Look at this safety.
That's a great safety. Does he get behind the 10 ball? Does he get behind the 10?
I think it's on. Look at that. And look at this, Baz. If he pots this, he's near enough.
Replay.
He's near enough getting onto the 2. He's going in that direction. So And it's a free shot as well, Baz.
He's looking at this.
So
But
you
it's,
got-
not a, it's not a full pocket though.
But he'll be playing in such a way where he won't be leaving it on if he misses, so it's a free shot.
Oh,
See
what a
that? Look,
shot! What a
I told
shot!
you it was going towards the 2.
What a shot!
What a great shot. And he's pushed the 2 over the middle. What a pro shot. If he meant it. Nah, but the pot was the objective there. And, you know, if you pot balls like that, you deserve whatever you get.
I can tell you, I was standing right behind that ball, and there was half a pocket. We had to hit that inch perfect. So
Well,
he might be 45 years old, complaining about his eyesight, but he must have. He's hitting the ball sharp.
You asked George, you only need half a pocket. Uh-oh, look at this. It's perfect.
George is looking. He's got that very serious face on. He's looking very focused.
I'm interested to see how he plays that.
Yeah, be careful of the black ball. It's a big black ball.
It doesn't look on, but... Look at this, the 8. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Boom, boom. And that is the cloth, guys. The cloth is just, you think you're sweet, it looks nice, and then it just goes that extra half a foot.
It started from the shot before. The 8 was in the way from the shot before on the 5, and you have to really force the ball.
Like a friend of mine, Sean Oglesby, says when he plays 10 ball, because he says his position's not that good, which is crazy because he's great at 8 ball. He says from his first shot, it's like an elastic band. So, and it keeps stretching until he gets to the 10 ball and then it snaps. That's what happens when you don't, if you don't play position, every shot just gets a bit more difficult, and eventually you're snookered. You got to play a big recovery shot. You're, you got to play a double. You just want to keep it simple.
I'll tell you what, keeping it simple is what Chris is doing right now. These are bread and butter situations for Chris Calabrese.
Look at this.
One of the best players in the country. And you got to start thinking, is it too early to say that alarm bells might be ringing the Mariglis camp?
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything yet from George to say, hey, I'm here. I'm here to break. I'm here to play. I'm here to win the money. And now there's a bit of conversation going on over there.
Win the money.
There's a bit of Chris, and this is when George has started. His demeanour's changing. Look at it. Look how he's discussing something. He's getting Chris to talk. I'm telling you, look out for it. It will happen.
I know he's one of the best at it, isn't he?
He's one of the best. George is commentating the
Yeah,
how very fast. Hey, we should take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. Big thank you to Walter from City Heroes for
Walter.
sponsoring our event and letting us do it in his pool hall. If you are at home watching at the moment,
Do it in his pool hall.
do it in his pool. We love doing it in his pool hall.
Uh-oh.
Big break from George.
It's not
but
getting any better for George, I can tell you that.
Big break, but he's scratched in the middle pocket, and all the balls are open. The only tricky situation on the table,
Here's the 3.
and then he's going to get plum on the 4 for the 5, and the 6 in the other
Actually,
rail.
you
This
know
is
what,
not an easy rack.
George? The 3 and the 7, I think, could be a combo.
You just call me George.
I did, sorry.
I guess all these Greek guys look the same to you, right?
Yeah. No, sorry about that. If George or you, Barry, take any offence to that.
Oh, that's cool, man. George is
George,
good looking.
mate.
He's a good-looking guy. He's very charismatic.
Yeah, he's actually looking a bit better these days. I reckon he's got a nice short haircut. He's following my trend. He's got his teeth fixed up. It's never too late to get braces. He did. I'm getting my braces done too.
What are you talking about?
He's got braces.
He hasn't got braces on. Really?
Yeah, you haven't probably seen
I
it.
haven't. No, I haven't.
You've only seen
kissed him for a while.
You've only
so.
seen the top of his head.
Dude, listen, this is not an easy rack to run, especially where the 3 ball is at the moment.
Look at this shot.
He's
In
gonna get
off.
plum on the 3.
Look at this in off. Oh,
And this is what I was talking about earlier. 3 to the 4 is
yeah, but you know what? It's actually landed all right. He's going to get a little kiss off the 7, screw off, back. Watch this shot, Baz. Look at this shot, Baz. Look at this.
wow.
You can't even learn that on ESPN.
But it's still going to come back across the table again.
Ah, easy.
Easy, and avoiding the 6.
Easy.
Easy.
Actually, not too easy, but He's a Calabrese.
So
Easy.
he's going to play now the white ball to come off between the middle pocket and the 6 ball, where the chalk is, right?
No, I think he's going past the middle to play the 5 in the same
five
pocket.
in the same pocket.
No. Oh, he's played it
He's
to the
beautiful.
inch.
He doesn't want to be straight, though. He doesn't want to be straight.
Not on these super fast cloths. This is his favourite, Baz.
This shot here. Top
Oh,
right,
no,
2
he's
outs.
playing the top. You know, his favourite's the
Can
bottom
he avoid
left.
the 7 ball here?
Easy.
Oh. Wow.
What a prayer. He's a very good prayer.
Very good prayer.
Yeah. I tell you what now, this is looking at 5-4. And, yeah, like I
Don't
said,
count
Baz,
your chickens just yet.
no early crow. Look at this, no good. Double kiss, look. Ah, that is what
Don't
you...
you love it when someone puts a hand up to say sorry,
Yeah,
but they don't really mean
yeah,
it?
no. It's just like to make you stew a bit more. George is in a pot of gumbo at the minute, just stewing.
I tell you what, though, was a very difficult rack to clear because of where the
Yeah,
balls
he's
were
played a
laying.
nice 3,
Yeah.
a good cut, good position on the 4-5.
Very difficult shots. Made it look easy. Well, isn't that why they call him Easy Breezy Calabrese?
Yes, that is
One of the reasons.
one of the reasons. And we got a few comments here. Hello, Nabil. Oh, Miss Sunny Kim has joined us just now. I heard she's going to have a go in the commentary later.
Shot, Chris.
You got Nabil. Hi, Lee Hopwood.
Hey, Nabs, I miss you too, buddy. Are you still in Queensland? Probably still in Queensland.
If you are, stay there.
4 frames on the trot here for Mr. Chris Calabrese.
Yeah, like I said, Baz, it was all about the start, wasn't it?
Oh, whenever you give someone a handicap in a money match, you really want to polish off that start quickly.
And still, it's quite early if you think about it, but George wants to put one on the board soon, doesn't he?
Well, take it from me, because I got thumped last week from Chris.
No, it was 2 sets to 1. It wasn't.
Yeah, but when you're getting thumped, you really want to put a first frame away. And you start, and then you know those little thoughts go in the back of your mind. Oh my God! Please don't let me beat me essentially 15-0.
A donut.
I don't want to get donutted in front of all my friends and family.
I said I just got my lunch and.
I've got the keys to the car.
Oh wait, Barry, meet my family. Oh, this is the fish man.
I met you before.
That's the fish man.
Nice to meet you. I came to Vinny's. Hello, Barry.
I remember you.
Yes, I came to Vinny's 21st a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Kayla, my sister. Yeah, so
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, whenever Chris comes past, I get him the good stuff. The good stuff.
Really appreciate it.
yeah, look.
Well, he's due to come round again soon.
Yeah, he will, yeah.
You know.
I love it.
And I know, I choose the good stuff.
I know.
The things that
He puts it away for 3 months for you.
Fishing, whenever he gets fit, a good one. Every now and then he reaches one. Just yum me a cup of papa, it's no problem.
Well, it's nice to see you again. Have a
Yeah,
lovely day.
see ya.
See you. Bye.
Yeah, but
Sorry about that, guys. We're back again.
Michael Bray cheering for you, George. George has got a bit of a following.
George has a huge following. A huge following. Everybody who comes from the old school of players
And,
is behind George.
And his league, Vegas League.
Vegas League, and there are quite a lot of people who support him.
Well, yeah. You know, I never really used to get George's character, but I like it. It's got brings a bit of spice now. You know.
I tell you what, something that people don't know about George, that I do, George is freaking mentally tough.
Oh, I thought you were going to say mentally retarded.
No.
Mentally tough?
All jokes aside.
Oh, look at this shot.
All
Yeah.
jokes aside, there's a reason why they call him a slug, and he's
Oh, he's a good businessman. That's got to say something. You know.
there's a lot about him. There's a
Yeah.
lot more to George than people think there is, and I for one have a lot of respect for him on and off the table as well.
Hey, I bet he's a pretty clever man, isn't he? He's got to where he is today, and
And even though he's lost the first 4 frames, you can't count him out. You can't. You can just go Tinkerbell, wake up, and then all of a sudden start knocking in balls.
I don't know
double
what he's
time.
going to do here. Oh, look at that shot. What a shot. See that, guys? He used the 7,
As a wall.
yeah, to bounce off it and come up for the 5. Not many people would know that shot so quickly. And he executed it very good.
He thinks very quick, he plays quick. He actually plays better when he plays quickly. You see, that's the difference between George 20 years ago and George today.
Yeah.
20 years ago, wouldn't have missed that shot. And George's only four years older than me. They're about the same age. But for some reason, he doesn't take care of his body the same way.
For some reason,
Oh!
you look like a Greek Adonis, or should I say a Cypriot?
No.
Adonis.
I know that both of us have got problems with our eyes and stuff. When you hit 40 and over, you start to
Goes
lose.
down, yeah?
Oh, man.
Goes downhill?
Yeah, I gotta wear glasses when I'm at home.
Yeah, you can't see nothing, huh?
But I think it's not so much that. I think it's the fact that it doesn't play as often as he used to when he was
Yeah,
younger.
no, that's right. I know
You got
George.
family commitments. We work a lot. We work a lot of hours. Both
I know George
myself.
doesn't hardly play. He plays once a week on the 7-footers, which is a different game to the 9-foot game. And yeah, it's hard. He also runs a successful poker business, and he runs the
I
pool
like to
league.
see him play a
So,
nice
yeah.
safe here, but
Nah.
knowing George is going to bottom left-hand spin.
It's a little bit of a shot. Like if you miss this, it's a bit of a shot to nothing, Baz. Oh, what a
Beautiful
shot!
shot.
And
Shot, George.
That's the shots George can come up with, you know. And I like that shot. It was a two-way shot. If he'd missed it thick, the right would have went up table. The object ball up table. And oh shit!
Every chance now to put this frame away to get himself on the board, make himself felt.
He deserves that frame after that pot.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, Baz, you would have played safe, but George being malfunction, Mariglis.
That's a lot to do with stretching and being out
stretching.
of balance. For all you guys at home, for the intermediate players, anyone just starting out, try and keep yourself on balance.
And now with 9-ball, Baz, they bring out those little 6-inch extensions. They're handy to have.
I got an 8-inch extension.
Well,
The Predator one's bigger than the other 6 inches. It's a bit better. I wasn't saying that as a joke. I'm being serious.
yes, actually, George. Sorry, Baz. Yeah, there is a come in the 6, the 8. Those 2 inches, big difference. He's, I think Ramo's at work, the Estonian stallion. He's on the light rail. God save us all.
I gotta admit, I've done a lot of commentary in my day, but I haven't laughed ever so much in a commentary.
Look at this, in the middle.
It's a good safety
Oh.
shot. He just got past the knuckle. That's going to be safe. But
No, I'm not sure. I think
disaster.
he actually called the 7 in the middle.
Yeah, but it's a two-way kick. Normally the white ball would have gone back bottom rail.
But no, it was just unlucky that he's hit the jaw. That's all it is. He almost played a great shot, and it turned out to be a very unlucky shot. What do you see here, Baz? 2 rails, 3 rails?
2 rails.
Yeah, just before the middle pocket.
Touch it left. 1, 2.
Nah.
Yeah, that's how I would have. That's how I would have visualised it.
No, I would have played for the same. See how he played it with a touch of left?
Top just comes straight down.
You see how he played it with a touch of left?
Yeah.
Half a tip of left. He played that with.
Yeah.
I play it half a tip of right, and it doesn't affect the pot because the side sort of finishes before it gets there. It hits before this middle pocket and goes towards the 10, not across the 10.
Ah.
You see?
I see what you're saying.
We'll set it up later. I'll show you. I will show you. I don't know why he keeps playing these shots. So I keep
I don't know what happened there.
So
it's
the same
big.
way he played it with a half a tip of left, you play it with a half a tip of right, and you go towards the ball.
You
Never
just,
across the ball.
Let everyone know that 10 ball is in essence is like 2 frames at the moment.
Shot, Georgie.
So that 10 ball would have made the score 5 apiece, and then in essence,
Yeah, big swing.
It's a huge swing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to announce Marvin Munson has arrived. He's in election for the next presidency for
President 2018.
yeah L19 or 20. He's known as the Antichrist.
Come say a few words, Mark.
Yeah, say hi. Come on, mate. I'll say a few words for him. Bakla, Jollibee, pesos.
I just want to know if Strong Like Cat
Yeah.
is turning up.
Who's coming?
Strong Like Cat. Rainbow.
Is he? Oh, he'll be here.
Second home.
All right. So, yeah, actually, I was saying to Baz, we're gonna try that shot after this match. You and Annie? Or me and Annie?
Sorry, Your Highness.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have a step down for a bit, and Miss Young Annie Kim is going to join Baz on the mic. It's alright, I got sold out for a
Sold out,
pretty,
Yeah, that's right. Vinny got sold out for someone younger and prettier.
That's for sure.
Welcome to the commentary booth, Annie Kim. How are you going?
I'm great, Barry. It's great to be here.
And this is the first time you've ever commentated before in a live match?
Ever.
Cool.
Yes, something
Welcome.
completely thrown into deep end, but it should be good.
Well, just want to quickly ask you, you're familiar with both players, George Mariglis and Chris Calabrese.
Yeah.
What was your feeling about this match before it started?
Well, I've heard from a few people that Chris should have the upper leg in this match. Yeah, not
Even
sure
with a
about
5
George.
handicap start, Chris has the
Even
upper.
with a 5 handicap, I still think Chris can pull this one out of the bag. I just came to City Heroes and I saw George had been missing quite a few pretty easy pockets shots, so
Well, I tell you from my experience on this table, it looks really easy because Chris makes it look really, really easy.
Yeah,
But the cloth is
definitely.
like glass, and George and myself, we're not used to playing on something like this. It is actually quite difficult to control the ball when you're not used to it. I mean,
yeah, especially with a new cloth.
oh yeah, like glass. Well, I have a different theory on this match. This match, for me, you know, like I have said many times, Chris is one of the top players in the country.
Yeah.
And there's no dispute. Him and maybe a couple others in Sydney are above everybody else. And usually the better player is the one that actually dictates the match. So if Chris plays to what he can play, even with a 5 start, no one could really stop him, in my opinion.
I agree.
But this is a $500 money match with a 5 start, and people underestimate how much George loves money. George's love for money and his grit and determination, and the fact that he's very talented,
Yeah.
make up a lot. And it's an alternate break format. So I know George got to a bad start by losing the first 4 games, but Chris missed that 10 ball to make it 5 apiece.
Exactly.
And I think George will be feeling pretty good about himself right now. And it's exciting to have you in the commentary box.
I know, it's something brand new to me, so yeah, it'll be good.
I understand that you're going to be playing a live money match soon as well.
Yes, well, there could potentially be a money match between me and Kate Harrison later today. Bumped into her outside the sushi shop and she's trying to hustle me, so
She's trying to hustle you.
yeah. We'll see how that goes, but I'm down for it.
That's a really nice kick shot there from Chris. Really good speed. Oh, it's just popped his head out.
Yep. Extra roll on that table.
I went to work this morning and I raced to get here. It took me an hour and a half to get here.
Where do you live?
Yeah, I live far away. And I was it's a mouth-watering prospect to be able to commentate on a match like this. Chris and George Mariglis battling it out for $500. One set, winner takes all. That's a really nice shot there from George.
Yeah.
Now, if he can see enough of this black ball, he can use a 10 ball as a blocker, like he did earlier. And you know what? That 10 ball comes out, obviously. It's going to hamper him. He's going to be right behind the white. Oh, he's okay. He's okay.
Cue over it?
He's okay. You can see him. Now, if George gets his frame and goes up 7-4,
I'd put a lot of
which it
pressure.
looks like he will, it's going to put pressure
Yep.
back on Chris.
Definitely.
That is a great shot.
Perfect. Look at that. Straight shot into the pocket.
And that magnifies the miss that Chris had earlier on the 10. Magnifies it, makes it so much worse. So yeah, even though some people said, oh, he's already got rid of most of the handicap, his match is not over.
Definitely early days. You never know. So a lot of players, they can play really great in the first few sets and then halfway they lose it. So
Yeah, you got the beginning of the match, you got the
Yeah.
middle of the match, you got the finish. Some players are really good early in the middle, and just can't finish off a set.
yeah.
Other players are slow to start off, and then they finish the set really strong.
What are your tips on staying in control of the match the whole time?
Oh, don't miss.
Don't miss.
Don't miss
That's
the
a good-
bloody ball. Play a really good save. I think I'm not the best person in the world to ask that, but I think playing inside your own game and knowing where your limitations are is very important. Don't be afraid to play a good safety shot when you have to. What a break from Chris. Hey, it's a
Great
sensational break. That's the medicine he needed to get back into this game. Yeah, playing inside your own game is very important, knowing where you're at, because, like, yeah, I could take a set off Chris, even off scratch. I've taken sets off Chris, but I know that he's a much better player than me, but I try and play to my strengths. And I also play players that I know I'm stronger than, and I have to keep reminding myself not to get too cocky.
Yeah.
Just play my game and play to where I'm at. So some people, they play someone that's not as good as them, but they get beaten in the tournament because they've gone for one shot too many, or they haven't given the opponent the respect they deserve.
Yeah,
and even if you're a favourite or a slightly stronger player than somebody else, when you play a little bit less than what you're capable of and they play a little bit better than what they're capable of, it's anyone's game. If Chris can break and run this frame, I think that's what Chris really needs right now. Because like I said, a lot of people, when I was speaking to earlier before this match, a lot of people were saying to me, oh, it's going to be a walkover for Chris. I never thought, with 5-start alternate break, it's not a walkover at all. And George will keep putting pressure on Chris.
So are you rooting for the slug now?
Oh no, I'm neutral.
Neutral.
Chris is one of my best mates, but I'm neutral. Because I'm a commentator at the moment. I'm just calling it as it is, and this is not as one-sided as people think it is. You could play this set 100 times and get 100 different results. But these guys are only going to play one for 500 marbles. By the way, I've got to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to Kimpton Cress, who spends a big time of his life setting up equipment and chasing people and getting these things to happen. He's going to play the bottom right-hand spin and then zing it back 1-2 rails to go on the 10. I love how he plays this shot. He's very good at this shot. 1, 2, there you go. Beautiful. I think he has as much side as he wanted to on the ball, so he's a bit high on it. And this is a pressure cut shot for him, Manny. He's playing it with bottom. Slow the white ball down. Oh, shot, Chris.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful out there from Chris Calabrese.
He's got a great stroke as well.
Actually, I had a discussion with someone earlier today about your money match coming up. Because I understand you play Joey T.
Yes, Joey T.
In Melbourne. She'll be our first interstater ever.
So
The
excited.
Superstar. We're excited to have you over here, Joey. You're the first international superstar. And I was saying that your cue action is getting very strong. Very strong. Which is obviously the breath of the life of a pool player. Is a really good cue action. You know what the other really important thing is to being a really great pool player? Something that George has? Massive grand cojones. Big balls.
Oh, gosh.
George has got metallic bronze-sized balls. He's got guts to play the shots he has to play.
Yeah, in a sec, we'll take some photos.
So, score is 7-5 in favour of the slug. Chris has a ball in hand after another scratch break. That's the second time the slug scratched in the middle pocket with a white ball.
So if you find that, your break's not working, would you change it up?
Oh,
halfway in the match?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I halfway through the match, I'm you know a lot about me. You'll know I own 25 or 26 different cues.
Really?
Yeah, I own almost any cue you can imagine, and I have multiple shots for these cues. And with my break, I have about 85 different breaks that I've worked on.
Wow.
I have actually two main ones that
Oh my gosh.
I have two main ones that I do all the time. I've got one that Chris worked with me on,
Yeah.
and I've got another one that I do, but I constantly keep moving the white ball around till I find a spot on the table because every table's different.
I have a question. Last time you played your match, I noticed you weren't playing with the revo shaft.
I was, or I wasn't.
You weren't. But when you, I see when you practice, Diamond League, you'll play with the revo shaft, and then when you do tournaments like these, you'll swap to the other one. I don't know.
Last week I played with the Revo. Last week. 2 weeks before I played with the Vantage shaft in the tournament. And before that I played with my Mez Hybrid Pro 2.
Yeah.
And before that, I used my Nucci with a 3-on-4 shaft. So yeah, I just can't make up my mind what I like. And it's one of my downfalls. I can't stick to one cue. But I'm a man that likes variety.
Nothing wrong with that.
But George is in jail right now. You feel like if George doesn't hit this ball and gives away ball in hand, he's going to get cleared on.
Yep, game
It's a
over.
very important kick shot here.
Oh.
You know, I've got to say it.
I'm going to get a shot.
I've got to say it, I've known this for a while. George needs to work a little bit on his kicking game. I shouldn't be saying this because it's something that I can get George on a lot, but he's got to work on his kicking game. George is a snooker background player where they're not really kicking much. And George is very good in open table situations. When he gets involved in tactics with Chris, you got to feel that Chris will be favourite.
Yeah.
Chris can jump, Chris can kick, Chris can play really good safeties, Chris can be very creative on the table. And Chris has a lot more experience playing this particular game than George does.
How many years has George been playing?
George's been playing for about 450 years. Just look at him.
Looks like he's aged a bit in the last week.
No, George is playing a lot longer than Chris. And George's been playing for money a lot more than Chris. But George used to play for money on the snooker table. Chris has just overrun this ball now. He's not happy. Doesn't take much with this lightning cloth. Just a little bit of an extra push and photo time.
Wait for Chris to go down.
Wait for Chris to go down.
On his shot. Go, come on. Hold it.
$5, please. $5. Beautiful
Gonna
shot.
cost ya.
Hey, I want that uploaded. It's sick. It'll be on my Facebook now.
Come on, look.
Chris has played a safety shot here, and there's nowhere safer than inside the pocket.
God.
And again, score is now 5-7. George has a ball in hand with 4 simple balls to run. He should be able to run these out, no worries. Just get on this side of the black, then follow through for the 9 on the left pocket.
Run in
no
the park
worries.
for him now.
And there's going to be a 3-frame buffer, which will put more pressure on Chris. And if George can just maintain that 3-frame buffer to the end of this set, he'll be $500 richer. He's just overrun this a little bit. Come on, George. I didn't expect him to miss that. Yeah, this has turned into, Vinny Calabrese is screaming out, this has turned into a match. People underestimate this man's love of money.
Beautiful
They
shot,
underestimate
George.
his love of money. They underestimate his grit, his determination.
I don't know why I took a photo.
And the alternate break, I mentioned this earlier before you came on, the alternate break, changing it to alternate break, does not favour Chris Calabrese at all.
Yeah.
It favours George. Even on a psychological point, George asked for the alternate break just to get something more on his side.
Yeah.
And then Chris is like, yeah, no worries, man, I'll accommodate you. Me personally, I wouldn't give him anything. I'm not going to give him a start when we play him. George has personally told me that if anybody is silly enough to give him a start, they're silly enough to lose their money. He's told me that.
That's true.
But in the spirit of the game, this Sydney Pool Masters Challenge was created not so the better player can benefit, but so all players have an equal playing field to their ability to challenge each other for money, and everyone has a chance to grow.
I think it's a great idea.
Well, we're 3 weeks into it.
You've had a big response, and so many
Huge.
players have been open to giving it a go, which is great.
Oh, what a shot. It's inside check
Perfect.
side from the slug, and now, you know that kind of shot shows me he's starting to get confident.
You can see it.
Challenge. Very strong culture, and it's just a matter of time before more interstaters will want to come and play in this challenge.
Sure. Okay.
Oh wow! You know what? If George can run all these balls out and go up 9-5, and be 6 frames from victory, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Chris. This is the shot he struggles with sometimes. So he's not even comfortable on the bridge.
Yeah. Had to readjust a couple of times.
He's going to really get into this ball.
Wow.
Beautifully done.
Great shot.
Beautifully done, but I can't tell from our angle. Is he dead straight on the 4? I can't really tell. Does he have enough angle to punch this out? He's stretching again. He needs an extension.
Look,
on
I think
it.
it's going to knock him to... Oh, no, just missed it.
Well done. Good shot.
Great.
I haven't seen George play this slow in a long time. Considering
Taking
for
his
himself,
time, yeah.
For George, he's really taking his time.
Do you reckon Chris Calabrese is the type of guy to get pretty nervous halfway during the
Terrible
match?
shot. He rolled off yet. See how he's doing things with his hand? Last week I tried to roll 2 or 3 balls early in the match and I noticed they were rolling off too. You can't, the table's not level. There's a fly on the ball. That was such an important shot there. No, that's not talent the way he missed that. That's not nerves. He's just rolling it as a roll. And Chris has just repaid the favour and put himself trying to snoop behind the 9. Be careful here. Hampered
Very
killing.
close, yeah.
The score. I love riding on the next 3 balls. That's not where he wanted to be. Look how quick this table is. That is not where he wanted to be. No, I don't think Chris is that comfortable at the moment. He's got to
No,
settle
I can see
himself.
when he's sitting down, he's fiddling with his fingers and just seems a bit agitated.
Beautiful shot there from the breeze. Breeze's side. But as a commentator, we've got to be neutral and biased and highlight everybody's strengths and talk about the game.
Weaknesses.
And, you know, we have to be critical as well. But I'm just being straight up. Yeah, I am on. I might be on Chris's side, but being Barry, I'm going to be straight up and say this is not a walkover match for Chris. 5-start, race to 15 against the slug. George is a very capable player.
He's definitely holding himself.
Well, they're halfway through the set, and only, there's a 2-frame difference. But more importantly, George just tried to roll that 6 ball in. The table's not level, and George will make adjustments. He could have got that frame. He would have been ahead by 3 frames. Changes the composure of the match. At 9, actually, it would have been 4 frames. It would have been 9-5.
Yeah.
So this is a very close match, and both players do not want to lose to each other. Believe me. I can give you guys 500 little reasons why they don't want to lose to each other. That's a good shot from the breeze.
Great shot.
So, do you get nervous when you play in front of the camera, Annie?
I do actually. The first time, I believe it was against Nate.
Good kick shot there from George.
Beautiful
But left it over the hole.
And I remember I got really nervous. Even though no one's, commenting or...
Is this the 3-way?
This is a 3-way. We're just talking about, do you ever get nervous in front of a camera? And Annie says she gets really nervous. Do you ever get nervous, Vinny?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, even Ronnie still gets nervous, but it just takes, he probably adapts to it quicker than most, and not all the top players do. But after a couple of frames, you should be able to settle down. But some people are really bad.
Did you guys see me last week? My hands were shaking the first 5 or 6 frames.
It only
Yeah,
took you a
adrenaline.
set to settle in, but and it's the set you won as well.
Yeah.
So how does that
I think it
work?
played to my favour. Maybe Chris
Maybe you
is a bit
twitched a
nervous.
few in. When you sort of got back to your normal, you just started missing again because that's your normal.
Yeah, that's my normal.
But no, yeah, obviously, and you know, actually George has settled really well because he'd be under it and playing on these conditions.
But George's experienced in playing for money and playing under pressure.
Yeah,
he is.
He enjoys it, doesn't he?
George is even with 5-star. Many people mind he is the underdog, so that kind of takes away pressure.
Yeah, he just said to me earlier. He said, "I don't care if I win or lose." He said he's just happy if he only missed a couple of.
He doesn't
balls.
care if he wins or loses.
No,
He doesn't
sound like
care.
George at all.
That's just George talking. He wants to win.
obviously you never want to lose, but he said he was content if he played really well and lost and only missed a couple of easy balls. Which I think most times if you play really well and lose, you're not too bothered. Obviously you never want to lose. But I've played matches and come away and lost like 5-3 and said, you know what, I couldn't have played much better there. Fair play to the other person, you know. So what can you do if you play your best and lose? You just got to, you just got to get better, but you can't do much more. Troy, if you played your best every time you played, wouldn't you be happy?
Oh, I'd be very happy.
And if you lost, fair enough, you lost, but you know yourself, that was the best you could have done.
But not everyone's going to play their best all the time.
No one ever does. That's that's what makes the best players the best. They near enough can play their best stuff
Most of the time.
more consistently than everyone else. That's why they are there where
Why
they
is
are.
Chris going forward here?
He's going to the 5's next. He just wanted to play a trick
You
safety.
know how many times I've seen Chris mess up top spin shots like that with a tip aside?
Yes, I don't know if it's the cloth for that, but he's normally good with them. I love them shots.
No, I think it's a cloth. I think we're not used to playing on cloth like this. We go down to Adelaide every year. The boys go down to Adelaide, and I feel like we're disadvantaged. We don't feel like we're not used to the Andy 900 cloth.
I don't mind it, Baz, because I was
Oh, you can play in anything to ice.
No. It's tricky nonetheless. I like it. Well, I reckon when they're about a month old, when it's still nice and quick and reactive, but it hasn't got that slickness. That's when they're the best for me. But I don't mind the spanking new cloths because it's very similar to the snooker.
Oh.
So I like floating the balls around. So that's why I know Bodes and all the other boys. They're like, man, you can't get check side and it slips all over the place. It moves too much. But I don't mind it. But yeah, it is. Especially because we're not used to these nice conditions. It's foreign to us. So.
We're very lucky to have a club like this in Sydney.
Yeah, it's great, yeah. Annie, what would you do here? Would you, you can't see the angle, but I think he's going to play this off 1, 2, 3 cushions back for that corner pocket. Like that. That's exactly how Annie would have played it.
Exactly.
And now you just drop the 7 in. You can either take it into the middle or into the opposite corner. Just depends on how you're feeling. Oh, he doesn't want to be Chinese snookered, as we call it.
Nope, you can see it. Doesn't have to cue over the ball.
No? Oh, beautiful. Just a little screw back, I think, for the 9 in the middle. He wants to get top side of the 9, so he doesn't have to, go up. But
Can
it's
just
not too much
float
of
the
an
white ball
issue
down
if he
for the 10.
doesn't. But you prefer it to be high on the 9 to just drop down onto the 10.
Oh, this is what you were talking about
Yeah,
before.
this is right, yeah. And actually, he's left a really tight cut here, Baz. So he's going to have to come up a couple of cushions, avoid the corner pocket, avoid the middle pocket. Looks like he's screwing this to avoid the corner
3
pocket.
cushion.
2. 1. Perfect. I couldn't quite see the angle.
Look at this. He's not exactly dead straight on the ball.
Nah,
He's got like 95.
you wouldn't be happy with that.
Yeah,
No.
no, it would be.
When we leave here today, you'll be setting that shot up. Like VJ Singh, win the tournament and practice for another 2 hours, 3 hours after the tournament.
Did he do that?
Yeah, VJ Singh he used to do that all the time. All right, I'll jump on. Thanks, Baz. You can go home now, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
No, 2 frames.
2 frames with video. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just trying to initiate you.
Initiation.
Yeah, come and join me.
You're on. She wants to have, after one game, you're on. So Baz has just left us, thank God. He was doing my head in.
Finally.
But so it's just me and Miss Annie Kim. And how are you finding it, Annie, on the mic?
Not too bad, actually.
Yeah, you just basically...
I remember I was freaking out a lot about this.
No.
Ages ago, yeah.
It's all right, honey. You got a face for radio anyway, so...
Too kind, Vinny.
But no, yeah, it's good. I haven't really done much either. This is just when we sort of started this up. I've never get to commentate, only I'm always in the final, so
Well,
it's hard to. I can try it next time, commentate and play, but
that'd be interesting.
But no, I'm enjoying this and all these games happening. I was here last night with the Chris King and Pinky game, and yeah, I enjoyed
How was that
match.
yesterday?
I enjoyed it a lot because like say if myself or Chris was playing each other, or myself and say someone, Justin Sage, or a very high player.
Yeah.
In 8-ball, generally if someone got to the black and missed, the other person would just clear the table and that'd be game over. But last night, they both had still 3 or 4 chances each frame.
Wow.
And it was interesting because it didn't third shot, I'm like, oh, he's missed, or he's out of position.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like, oh, how could he miss that? Oh, he's crap. But no, no, I like that aspect of it where it wasn't just clearance every time.
Yeah.
And then at times they did pull off some nice shots. So that was really good. Chris played really well towards the end, and hard luck to Pinky. He just struggled all day with the new cloth here. Have you been played on the new cloth?
I did a couple days ago.
Oh, it's
It
amazing.
runs forever.
Yeah. It's like ice.
So
It's,
hard to control it.
It is. Once you do though, it's you wouldn't want to play on anything else, but because we're not used to it, it's it's very, very different. So I reckon you'll be playing just a drop shot here, yeah.
Smooth.
So the 2 cushions here, I reckon, to come across for the 7. Oh no, he's playing the stun back. Oh yeah, he had plenty of angle, yeah. I thought it was a bit straighter than that. Do you know what shot you got here, Annie? The old 3 cushion.
The old cushion that you taught me?
Yes, you'll get, look, watch this, look how easy it is. 1,
Side 1,
2,
2.
pitch straight, but yeah, that's the idea.
He's already got there.
Yeah, he's
I think
alright.
there's a bit of angle.
He'll just do a little stun up towards the middle pocket a little bit. So you just get a bit closer to the 10.
Yeah, just like that.
That's perfect. And yeah, you'd pot this 100 out of 100. And we're levels, 8 all.
Here we go. It's starting to get interesting now.
Yeah, so it's obviously Chris has caught up the 5-game handicap, and obviously he'd be favourite now, but he mustn't let that get to him. You know, he's caught up now. He's levels on the frame score. You still got to keep the gas going.
Yep.
And
Still a while to go.
yeah, that's right. So it's another 7 frames. Well, the winner is another 7 winning frames you need to get to. And George looks like he was coming on the last few frames, didn't he?
He's starting to really settle in, and he's looking really good on the table.
What about the 4 here? Look at this!
Knock it
Look at this!
in.
Oh, and he's on the 1 too. Beautiful. I think you were just.
What'd you get on the 2?
Yeah, you just.
Can you cut it down?
Left will come off that cushion in the head, and he's got a bit of a margin here because he's got the 6 and the 2, so he's just going to play for some sort of a cannon. Oh no, he just played the safety. I would have gone that because you're always going to pot the 1. The 1 wasn't a tough shot. You always was going to go into that little cluster. You go into him at a medium pace, and if you don't get on the 2, you just play safe the next shot.
Yeah.
So it was sort of a free shot, but he wasn't 100% confident. He didn't know exactly. When playing a cannon, you never know exactly what's going to happen. So he probably went more on the safer side. Hey, Mose. Oh, you got me a
Is that the taro flavour?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's the worst one.
It's the worst one.
It's the worst one.
Oh, he was going to offer you some, but now you can go and buy your own.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's the worst one.
Taro's the best with passion fruit and nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm allergic to nuts, so
Oh, well, we won't give you none then.
yeah, I don't want any of that.
That's all right. I had some earlier. No, I had my quota today. Trying to get in shape for the Olympics, Special Olympics. Oh, look at Jamie's loving it there.
What is that? You should get a picture of it. Jamie's wearing this very strange looking contraption.
It's different from the contraptions he's used to.
Neck massager that holds the arms in place.
I tell you, hey, you look a bit like
Zoolander.
Robbie
He's got-
Williams.
No way. He's got the Zoolander look for sure.
I tell you what, if you just put that in front of your face when you went out, 'cause you look really good in this photo, but not in real life. So if you just went like, "Hi, I'm Jamie," and went like that, they'd be like, "Yeah, this guy looks all right." But what do we got here? Oh, he's on the 2. Look at this, Annie. Little trick shot. What would you do here?
I can't. Is there a gap in between the rail and the 3? Otherwise, just knock the 2
shit,
into the 3.
Sorry. Shit. I said shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh, wait. On the 1.
I thought he was on the 2. So he's going to hit the 2 onto the 3. But no.
Well, this is just as tricky.
Yeah, the pop's not the problem here. It's the position. So you know what? He might play another safety like he did the first shot. Remember?
Yeah.
Depends. I'm not sure. 'Cause
Behind the, what is that? The 6, 7.
the 5, or you could even play behind the 3. Just I don't think he's going to go for the pot because there's no value. If you go for the pot, it's hard to get onto the 2.
Next ball,
yeah.
right.
So sometimes you weigh it up and think, well, I can pot it, but I'll have nothing on the 2.
What are my
Yeah.
percentages?
So you just sort of weigh it up. All right. All right. Yeah, he's having a good think about it. I think he's going for a safe. Yeah, he's going for a safety.
Oh.
Look at this in behind the 9. Oh, that's
unlucky.
unlucky. But here's the shot I thought we had earlier. So
Hit the 2 off the 3.
yes. Oh, he can't do it direct, so he's going to go off the cushion where I don't think it can work. Maybe. Do you reckon that can go in off the 3? Off the cushion button? Or that can be direct? Nah, he was playing the safety, I think. He was trying to use the 3 as a stopper to hold the 2. But he's ended up contacting the 3 too thin and pushed the 2. Yeah. So, but George has got an opportunity here. If he pops the 2, it'll be nicely on the 3.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot. And then he'll take the 5, where just the 5 in the middle near where he'll be queuing over. He has to land nicely on this 5 because the 6 doesn't go down the corner. So if he gets wrong side of the 5, he wants to get right side of the 5 so he can take the 6 into the middle. So he has to think about this shot. Oh, he's played it great. See look what he does now. He'll just roll the 5 through and get the 6 in the same pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he understood what he had to do there, and he's played it perfect. See that? Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, he's got the pace of the table.
He's adjusting now.
Just a soft stun or a roll through, whatever you want.
Come across.
Oh yeah, just rolled it in.
Come, Georgie. Slide
Perfect.
fast.
And just a little stop shot here, Annie. Or a screw back. I would have stopped it, but
Landed straight on it.
Depends how you want. Now we can just play the stop shot and be on the 9. So either way. And this is similar to Chris's. Oh, I didn't want no mug.
Okay.
So similar to Chris's last frame, the 9 there and the 10 down the rail. And that was if he converts this, that was a great little clearance. Shot, Georgie.
Beautiful.
Hashtag slugfest.
So,
So who chose the name Slug? Of all creatures, who would want to be known as the Slug?
Muzz might know. Muzz has known George. George, second. Nice finish, mate. Miss Annie Kim was interested. Where did the slug nickname come in from? Is it that good, is it?
Juicy story.
He just walked off. He doesn't want to know about it? Well, you go by the slug. Yeah, it is. Oh, here's a man that would know.
Barry Marboss is back.
The quick version is a bloke used to call everyone slug, like brown slug, tall slug, black slug, whatever. And with me, it just stuck.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
Let's hope for a better story.
I thought it was Spud. But, Miss Annie Kim, if you've had enough, or you want to stay on, or you want to do the threesome, or...
Threesome.
Yeah, or the foursome with Kate, whatever.
I'm open to anything.
Oh, it's a shame. But yeah, I think George is eager. Kate, I think Kate's going to jump on. You going to jump on with me, Kate? Jump on me?
Come on, Kate Harrison.
Get on it.
Kate, we want Kate. We want. Thank you, Miss Annie Kim.
No worries. See you later, guys. That's all right. Soon? All right.
Probably commentating on your match soon.
Oh, if you do it.
The rematch of the state 10 ball.
Pretty much.
All right, gentlemen, ladies. I'm joined by the lovely Kate Harrison, our current New South Wales 10 ball champion.
Hello.
Oh, and Uncle Barry.
Uncle Barry.
Uncle Barry. I got a funny story about Uncle Barry.
Do you? Are you Uncle Barry or?
Yeah, but we can't say it right now in middle commentary.
So that's a funny, dirty story. Yeah. So, Kate, you done much commentary before?
Only ever once. I did it in Adelaide with Barry at the Australian Nine
That's
Ball.
right, Vinny. Everyone's done it with me before. All the ladies at least.
I can understand that. You're a
It's supposed to be a secret.
devil.
But yeah, we commentated the
Oh, what a
men's.
shot from the slug.
From the Spud.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a great part. But yeah, you did some commentary in Adelaide?
Yeah, we commentated the final of the Open Nine Ball with Robbie. Was it Robbie? Who was in the final? I can't even remember.
Final was Vinny and Sean.
Oh, that was the Oceania, Kate.
Yeah.
You just had to ask me. I was there. In the final. I was saying, Annie,
Sorry,
like-
it's my old age kicking in.
I was saying, Annie, I don't do much.
That match, Jimmy.
I did. Yeah, no, yeah, I managed to get up. It was a great weekend, and I played some good stuff.
That was a quality match,
But
man.
Sean, nearly done the double. He's a hell of a Sean Budd. He's still a Sydney boy through and through. But yeah, Kate, I was saying to Annie that I haven't done much commentary. Just the last couple of times this has started because I'm always in the final, so it's hard to sort of commentate and play.
It's hard being Vinny
But I
Calabrese.
will try it next time. You know, I'll do a George Mariglis commentate between shots.
Could do that.
But yeah, okay, good to have you here. And like I said just before, you won our last ladies 10 ball.
Yeah, it
So
was.
was that your first state?
No,
You've won another one before.
I've won a couple of events for New South Wales.
yeah.
It was the first time I played at the Crest though.
Yeah, it's my
on
first
those
time. I
tables.
like that venue. Really nice one line setup.
Yeah, it was actually quite good. I've
enjoyed
not overly experienced on the Brunswick tables, but
Yeah, but it was different, which was good.
yeah. But
Uh-oh.
I will say though, the Crest
Okay.
has very, very good food.
Yes, I heard.
If you go down there,
Yeah,
get the chicken
Sylvania.
palmy.
Yeah.
Chicken palmy. It's the best one I've ever had.
I had the chicken burger. It was nice. Coleslaw and that. Oh. But yeah, for you who don't know, Kate's one of our. Are you leading the rankings at the moment?
Yeah, so as of last year, the results were in and I ended up finishing 2016 in first place.
Oh wow!
And so we've only had one tournament so far this year, but I
You're
did
still
win.
still in first place.
Still holding that top spot.
Oh good.
So
Oh yeah, it's good. And you're enjoying it? You've been getting better every year.
yeah, I mean it's it's one of those sports that unless you're brought up with it, like I guess you and your brother were as well.
Yeah, oh,
you
yes,
sort of
we
grew
were.
up with pool and grew up in a pool
in the
hall.
pool hall. I was playing on the floor before I could even walk. I was shooting into hats.
unless you sort of, I guess, brought up in that world, you don't really know about it. It's one of those sports you kind of just fall into.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what I did. I think, like a lot of players, I started in the pub comps.
Yeah, and then
$2 entries.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah. Still a few about, but yeah.
Was lucky enough to fall in with the right kind of people.
Yeah, and then they put you onto the association and
That's it.
the comps. Yeah,
That's it.
At the moment, our association's going really well. We've got a lot of comps down here at City Heroes. We're getting like 60, 70, 80 runners for our state events. That's the biggest in the country, I believe, for the 9-foot table.
Definitely. I think pool's thriving in Sydney at the moment, and even with these cash games now, this new system
this is good,
just exposing it even more, which I think is a good thing. A lot of the people that I've met obviously have been in the game for 10, 20, 30 years.
Yep.
And I've only been here for 5 or 6 years. Seems like a long time, but I'm still a baby in the sport, really.
I'm only, whatever, I'm not saying how old I am, but it feels like
I don't think you're that much older than me, actually.
I'm 29.
I'm 26, so there's not that much difference between us, but...
I'm a baby. I still look like one anyway. Still act like one.
You look like younger than me.
I still act like one anyway. But Chris is mopping these up nicely here. You don't see any trouble here, do you, Kate?
No, I mean...
There's a bit of distance to the 8 to the 9, but it's pretty easy to get on.
A little bit, but as long as he gets enough angle on it, you can come off 2 rails.
Yeah.
As long as he avoids obviously the middle pocket, but he's that experienced that.
Oh yeah. You don't want to land straight here though.
No.
I think he's just got enough to top it in.
This is one thing about these tables is there is a little bit of room.
It's straight. That's why he's got to jack up. Yeah. That's a bit of a poor shot from the 6. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. He's looks like he's left it perfect, Kate, to just run this down the corner.
Yeah,
and,
come off one rail.
Yeah. Oh, no. Watch this, Kate. You're in for a treat. He's screwing this back.
Screwing off like...
1, 2, 3, possibly 4 rails. Look at this.
Wow. Is it good enough? Just enough.
That's a bit of a Chris Calabrese special. He likes them shots.
In like Flint.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Just a simple... I don't know how he's going to place 1 or 2, maybe just straight up. Oh yeah, he was quite... And look at that, that's how we do it. Oh, he needed that, Kate. He was, now he's gone 10-9 behind, but he was 10-8. So, goes 11-8, 3-frame swing.
It's, it's... When I heard about this match coming up, it was very hard to pick a winner, because... Obviously, Chris is very experienced, and as is George as well. I find George to be more of a fearless player.
Yeah, he likes to go for it, and he's quite quick. He moves about the table, and if the balls are going in, he's very nice to watch. He's exciting. Yeah. It's bang bang. He can also he's also got the touch. So 5 start. It was the start was important here, and Chris caught up. I think 5 or 6 all very quickly. So, but different story. If George say happens to win 4-1 from the start, then that's a 9-1. So then exactly. Chris is really under it. But Chris was lucky enough to catch up early, and now George is only 10-9 in front.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it for an exciting race as well. And when George is pulling off these shots, I mean, it just looks amazing. You sort of stand back and watch, and just look at how he plays the shots with no fear at all.
Yeah, I think he's always sort of played like that. He just wants to go for his shots. He's like a bit of a shot maker. Look at this, perfect break. Look, hopefully it kicks the one, kiss again. Oh, he potted 3. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess what? He's potted 5 balls off the break.
4, Vinny.
Just say 5. Don't make me look stupid. Beep, beep.
I'm sorry, there seems to be a bit of static.
I didn't see that. I didn't see all those balls in the open play. The purple was fading into the blue. The purple 4 was camouflage.
So Chris, there's been a bit of safety play in this match as well. I think once the scores getting a bit closer.
Oh, what a shot! That was a nice shot.
I think
That was a great shot there. It was,
Very, very tough shot in the middle here for Chris as well.
No, I don't think it's on, Kate. Very, very sharp. Like, it is a tough shot, but I think that front jaw's just sticking out too much. It's just too acute. That's why Chris is not down already. If it was on, I think Chris would have potted already. So there's a few options here. You got the very risky 1-6 combination, which is very, very risky.
Oh, of course. I mean, you know, with the distance and the angle that you're playing the one
it's
at.
Probably a 1 in 10 shot, 2 in 10 shot. He's just going to play the face double safety, I reckon. Put the one on the opposite rail, make the white come back down here.
Oh, this side as well.
Look at this shot. Look, inside kiss on the 8 to push it across. Oh.
Just missed the kiss, and I think he might have left it on.
I think it is. No, it's not on. George is sort of looking for a safety option. I don't know, he's shaping up. I don't know, is it on? Well,
just kissed the floor.
And look at that. And now it's a 5-ball run out. Hey, look at that, 5 balls down, the 1 still on the table. So what would you do with Kate? Would you do right-hand side to come straight across, or left-hand side? I mean, left-hand side or right-hand side? You can play it both
It looks
ways.
like he's playing with left. I mean,
yep. Oh, I was looking at the 6 next. I've lost the plot. But you know what? I probably would have still played right-hand side. I would have.
oh, you had a lot of options there. You know, play right hand side, come off the bottom rail instead. But
This one twice across?
just once.
Nah, twice. Well, I mean 2 cushions. Sorry. Depends how you read it. This one, what, little screw back for the 8 in the middle. He's looking like that. He'll try and
Looks like that,
pop the
and
6 stick.
Just like that, it'll be 10 all.
And
Room for a
just a
treat.
stop shot here. Simples. And it'll be nicely on the 10. It's where you want to be when you're, you know, on the 9 or 10 or even on the 8 ball. You want to be right behind it. No fancies, just a stop shot.
Yeah, you don't want to be
Most
taking
important
those
ball of
tough
the game.
shots.
If you can help it, yeah. Nice.
And we have a race on our hands.
It is, so for those guys who just joined, it's 10 all, race to 15. And George Mariglis did receive a 5-star. So,
So I believe this one's alternate break, isn't it?
yeah, George, I think most of these matches are a winner breaks format, but I think George being, you know, not shifty, but he knew if he had winner breaks, Chris could easily string 2 or 3 frames together without getting a shot. So
Yeah, of course. I mean, with a break like Chris's,
Look at
it
this,
looks like
too.
he's going to put the 1 here.
yeah, nicely on the 2, but yeah, so it was a smart move from George, asking if we can do an alternate breaks. And yeah, so we'll get Jamie to jump on with Kate, and then I'll finish it off with Jamie.
No worries.
All right, thanks, Kate.
Jamie Williams, hello.
Katie 180, how are you, darling?
I'm good, how are you?
Not too bad at all. Well, 10-10 from 5-0 was pretty good.
It's been a very interesting match, and I mean, it was quite a good break from George. What's the 1 and the 3 off the break?
Yes. Chris did well with that last break as well. Potted a few balls off that. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to see the angle here, but from what we can see, it looks like it's quite straight.
Yes.
So he's got to try and do something to get on the 5 now.
It's tough from sitting here as well. Sometimes you don't know quite if a shot's on from where we are here.
Definitely, but at least we got something as for reference in front of us to go off. So he's played the 5 under the 6 there, which is quite a nice shot there. So he's got quite a big shot here going from the 8 to the 9. And he's going to be playing it with a rest as well. Screw back down for the 9.
Good player. Gets into his rhythm really well, doesn't he, George?
Oh yeah, and I was just saying to Vinny before, like, you know, he's quite a fearless player. You know, he doesn't play with a lot of fear in him, and you can tell that by the way, you know, he's a big shot maker.
Yes, he walks around the table very confidently. As I say, like, very good rhythm player as well. Once he gets into his rhythm, he's like that on a 7-foot table as well. He kind of gets that look, almost that Ronnie look, where he's kind of darting his head around, looking at where he's going to put stuff, and he's in the zone, totally thinking about what's going on, almost like a little bit of adrenaline's going, and and he moves at quite a pace as well, and hits the balls at quite a pace, and yeah, as I said, he's good to watch.
Yeah, I think it's good to watch these two people. I mean, Chris and George play because they're very different players.
We'll see if we can get them for a quick talk. George, how you feeling at the moment? How's it going for you? Do you feel good?
No, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm still missing balls, but that's nothing unusual. He's playing actually pretty good. He's playing very well.
I think you're both playing well.
Thanks, mate.
All right. Anyway, don't want to distract him too much. The Jonathan Khalid says you're looking pretty sharp. The slug is looking sharp! Exclamation mark. He said. But good breaker. Yeah, and he's breaking good as well.
He should be attacking, not playing safe. A couple of games he's playing safe. Just attack.
Well,
Get pressure on.
that's it. George having a bit of a mention there about Chris playing very defensive, which he is. But I mean,
I think sometimes when you are aware of your opponent's abilities, that might be the only option, and you know, not necessarily fear comes into play, but
I'm just playing on a bit more of the cautious side, Kate.
Yeah.
You know.
I think he can see all of the one. Should be able to.
Yes, well, seeing all the white ball was the challenge there, I think, maybe. But
Just
tonight,
more, bridging over the 5.
yeah, and just when you can only see the side of the white, you know, it's not easy, especially when you have to put a bit of dot bottom on it like that. But he's done that. Back into the cushion, back out for the 2 ball. Should be pretty simple down for this 3 ball.
Just missed the 10.
That's good.
Which is good. Now, depending on where he's landed, he might have to play the 5 up the rail past the 6. Because it's not easy. He's landed on the cushion.
But George Mariglis, aka the Slug, he's got a bit of a similar background to Chris. Grew up playing a hell of a lot of snooker. I know that Sean Scully's late father, before he sadly passed on, used to have a snooker and pool magazine in New South Wales, or actually for the whole of the country, that was published back in the 80s. And all the top players were featured in that magazine, and they did a feature. They wrote a feature on George. George, I think, was 16 years old or something, and he's got his little picture in there, and you know, up and coming player, you know, feature or whatever it was at the time. But I've had a look at that, and it's good to see.
Very nice double from George there. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to hear these stories, obviously, you know, from the 80s and stuff, because that was before I was born. And I was saying to Vinny before, you know, a lot of the people I met have been in the game for 20, 30 years, and I've only sort of been around for the last 5 or 6 years, so it's interesting to see what it was, we'll hear about what it was like back then, and you know, what the differences are between pool back then and to now. Yes,
well, different tables. It was a different style. People play with snooker cues. This is so he's going to cut this, I think. Is he going to cut this back in the middle?
Oh, he's gone for the double.
Did he call it? I think he did call it. That's a great shot.
The slug is resisting people.
Yes. Well, he's 11-10 in front. If he can just pop these last 2, which he will. It's not the easiest of shots, but he should be all right here to make it 12-10. But so you know, as you said, Kate, you've been around for the last 5 years playing the game, but you've come a long way. I mean, you're women's #1 ranked in New South Wales at this current time.
Yeah, I mean, it's been not a long time coming, but I mean, I have worked hard at it, I guess. I was saying to Vinny before, I fell in love with the game in a pub. And I think that's where most pool players start, is at the pub comps.
Absolutely.
And, it's very different, obviously, for Vinny and Chris, who would have grown up in a pool hall. George, who's been around the game for, 20, 30 years?
Yeah, I think he probably started playing when he was, maybe 10, 11, 12, whatever. I used to. I grew up in a pub, so I had a pub coin-op table at home, throughout my childhood, and we'd play every day, and so I kind of felt like I was lucky as well, because I got ahead early, and then plateaued out. I've never gone anywhere since then.
I guess it's interesting to hear about how people sort of got into the game, because it's one of those sports that you sort of, unless you're brought up with it, you kind of fall into it, and it's interesting to see where people started and.
It's interesting as well, speaking about you, to see people's progression and some people kind of join the league and they'll slowly progress. Some people progress pretty not that much at all, and some people progress really fast, and I think you have demonstrated how you're one of those fast progressors. You mixed in with brilliant players from the start, i.e. people like Greg and good players in the Diamond League. Took the game seriously, got yourself a good queue, watched the good players, hung out with them, they've given you lessons, you've gone to Vegas, and that's just ended, it's just kind of gone on, to make you progress fast and be dominant in the females game.
Yeah, I've definitely been very, very lucky with the people I've gotten to mix in with, I guess. Like you said, Greg Jenkins, I've played with Alan McCarthy. Currently I'm playing with Barry Magrosov as well.
Yeah, both great players as well.
All big guns in I guess, the pool scene. And the thing I love about it as well is just everybody's mates. Me in regards to that, and when we went to Vegas, the last time we went to Vegas was 2 years ago, and there was about 30 of us there. Apart from Lisa McDonald, I was the only female because she wasn't there for the whole time. So, but no, it's a good sport, and I think, like I was saying to Vinny before, it's really thriving in Sydney at the moment, and I think the more pool, the better.
Little scratch in the corner there from George. Unfortunate. Not the easiest rack. We've got 3 balls on the cushions here. The 4, the 6 and the 7 are all on the cush. So he's going to have to think about how he does this one. He might play another safety. So he's going to take this in the middle pocket, I think. A little bit of top and leave the blue in the other middle pocket. Not a great angle for the 4 here. The 9 could be in the way if he wanted to cruise on through. So I think he's going to screw back off this cushion.
He's got to play for the 3.
Oh, sorry, the 3. Excuse me. I'm not that good with my colours, Kate.
So he's bottom left here, and he'll screw off the cushion.
A few comments. Hello to Daryl Maddock. How you going, mate? And Chris.
Chris, it's 11.
12-10, George's way. So he's playing well, George.
So this one here, he's got the 6 and the 7 in very similar positions, so he's got to be quite pinpoint with his position.
Yes. I was thinking possibly he might be able to play into this 6, but it was a big shot. I think he's rather just best screw over to near the middle pocket and just pot it up the line.
He's played it quite well. I think he'll probably come off 2 cushions here to get back across for the 7.
Yeah, or might just play it flat across the table once and over. I know he's going a little bit he's hitting more towards the top of the white ball. Yep.
Ooh.
He did the shot, I thought, just straight over and over, but he's missed it, Kate.
Yeah, it's the thing with these pockets. They definitely spit if you if you're trying to cheat the pocket in a sense.
Yes.
And, should be going to 13-10 now, I would say. It's a fairly standard run out from George here.
Yes. as I said, them both coming from snooker backgrounds. That was a thunder of a miss there by George. He's really, really hit that badly. I think there was a kick, actually. I saw a jump. But
yeah. But, Chris hasn't got it easy here either, though. He's got a bit of a difficult angle, but I think I'm actually going to go for a break. Been talking my guts off too much, but I am going to hand you over to Barry Mavros, and we've got a team of Barry and Jamie on the commentary.
Thank you, Kate.
Enjoy, guys.
Wow, that was a huge miss on that 6 ball, wasn't it?
I think there was a. Did you see a kick there? I think there was a jump.
I didn't see any kick at all, man. I just saw. I just saw Chris chop up the 6, and then I saw George chop up the 6, and that's a huge ball.
Well, that was a pivotal point in that frame. I thought he was going to run them out there.
Well, it was the difference between 13-10 or 12-11.
Well, that's it.
And that's a big difference. Wow.
I was just about to tell the story of, back in the day, back in the, I think it was in maybe mid-90s to early 90s, George and Sean Budd used to play a lot together, going around hustling in the pubs and, winning comps and that. And I remember George telling me this story about, they were in Cheers Bar just down the road here, and there was a guy on the table, these old Armada tables, so there was a guy on the table, he was cleaning up, he's a bit of a good player, but not as good as George and Sean. And George has played the guy and beat him. And so the guy said to George, yeah, well, listen, I know a mate of mine that could beat you easy. And Sean was watching on, from the next having a beer from table nearby. And George said, oh yeah, who's this guy then? And the guy said, his name's Sean Budd. He's brilliant. He goes, he wins everything. It's smasher. And George said, no way. I think you should get him down here then, mate. And the guy said, yeah, I'll just ring him up and he'll come down here.
Let me guess what happened.
He'd smash
pretty much guess what's going to happen.
So obviously the guy.
He got hustled, right?
The guy didn't phone up Sean because obviously for two reasons. A, he didn't actually know him and he was given a bit of BS.
Okay.
And B, I think when Sean and George used to hang around, there wasn't no such thing as phones, so he couldn't have phoned him.
Jamie, you always make me laugh, mate.
I think Sean walked up to him and said, wow, that's quite some story, mate. Nice to meet you. My name's Sean Budd. I think Sean told me that he said that to him. Yeah. Funny.
So we've got a 12-11 scoreline here. It's a race to 15. We're at the business end of the set here. And George has played an interesting little push-out shot there.
Well, the one I see, he's got to play from where it is. Of course he has.
That's an interesting push-out.
He's sending him back in.
Chris is putting him back in. George has a plan. Let's see what George had in mind. Oh, well, it's a containing safety, so... But that means he's just pushing the ball on the side, but he's not going to like his next shot. I think Chris should be able to put him behind one of the wall of these balls. There's a 5-9, 2-7.
I reckon he'll try and put it behind the 10 ball. Oh no, he's going the other way. Well, I was thinking more of a clip off the one to send the white ball down there, but what he's done is just played the one down there instead. It looks like a nice shot from here, but I think you can see that one. I think this is potable. Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky, George.
He struck that very nice.
And with a ball in hand here, Chris Calabrese has a chance to finally level the match. A little bit, better than late than never, because he would have loved to have leveled the match when he had the opportunity when he was 5-4 down to pot that 10 ball to go 5 apiece. But he has a chance to level it now at 12 all.
Oh no, hang on.
Oh,
unlucky
kiss
there.
of love right there from the 5 ball.
That white ball almost looked like, as it touched that, it curved a little bit there. As it touched the 5.
Chris is shaking his head, but he's on this ball. He's plumb. Going to run it forward now with a bit of a top left-hand spin, come off 2 rails for the 4. And he must have fouled somewhere on the 10 ball. Wow.
Well, that's very honest of him. If George saw that or not, I didn't see anything there.
Yeah, Chris has always been honest on the table, on and off the table. That's how he is.
Yeah, I was saying that last week. you know, gentlemen on and off the table. And while I was saying it, Walter walked past and Chris went up to him and shook his hand. And I said, there you go, you know, it's just, as I'm saying that, he shows his gentleman side.
He had a ball in hand there to level the match, and now he's given a ball in hand opportunity to George Mariglis.
I reckon 13-11 here.
Oh yeah, you got to back George to run these balls now. They're all in the open. They're both queuing well. Both players are queuing well.
Yeah.
George will re-establish a two-frame. He's very straight on this ball. That's not where you want to be.
No, not really. You're just going to have to pull this white back again for this 7 ball in the pocket nearest.
He's going to force this. See, that's all from being too straight on that ball.
Got some action off that, all right.
He's overcooked it, and
he's still going to go for it though. He's just called it. No, 10. He's got it. He's got it.
Hey, Chris will be happy with that because, in all essence, George should have been out there, and he's probably just happy to be back at the table.
Yeah. George just pulling that little face there as if to say, oh well, you know, where you lift your eyebrows up as if to say, you know, it's not all bad. I've got something out of that.
Tell you what, Jamie, I reckon both players will have a lot of pressure right now. Chris is probably thinking, oh, what a shot.
That was nice. He might have dropped that white in the middle pocket.
That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. Stuff like that makes me feel sick. Can you believe that? That is just sickness. All right. Now we've got a 13-11 scoreline. What is he stretching for? He's got a ball in hand. George should be stretching a lot today.
Well, he's stretching. I think Chris is stressing.
Yeah.
Back to back, because I mean,
no, he can't. Because it's an alternate break format.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
That's why the 5 start that he gave him becomes magnified with the alternate break. If it was a winner break format,
yes,
there'll be a different scoreline right now.
Because I mean, he took them first so many frames, didn't he, to get the score back to?
He did. He won the first 4, and he missed that 10 ball to make it 5 apiece.
I see.
And it wasn't a hard 10 ball. Chris would be the first to say it wasn't a hard 10 ball. And there's been a couple of mistakes here and there from both players that have cost both players frames. The score could easily be 13-11 to Chris. It could also be 15-9 to George. Both players haven't taken all the opportunities that they had given to them. Mind you, the table conditions, being a very quick table,
yes,
it's very difficult to play. A little bit of extra adrenaline, and you get the ball a bit too much, and you're out of position.
George breaking quite quickly there with an open rack, open grip. We were talking about that last week, me and Vinny. What do you break with, open or closed?
Bridge.
Yeah, closed.
Play always with the closed.
Yeah, okay.
Always with closed. Whether I'm breaking from the kitchen or breaking from the back rail area.
The kitchen.
Yeah, on the balk line. When I'm breaking from, when you know, some places you got to break from the front. I always use a loop bridge.
What about when you used to play in the days when there was Armada tables and you had a snooker cue? Did you use a closed bridge or open bridge back then?
I used to use a closed bridge back then too.
Did you?
That's my little snooker cue.
Yeah.
Little snooker cue. Going back a long time. Actually, no. I used to do second ball break on the Armada tables.
Okay.
Second ball break.
With an open bridge or closed? Still
from
closed?
like a 9-ball break from the side, from the corner.
Okay.
We're going back 15 years ago, Jamie. You know, the equipment's changed since then. The ball, everything's changed. Our tables were difficult tables to run out on.
Yeah.
They were difficult tables. You had a bigger white ball than the object balls, and it really favoured the better cueist. This game is, yeah, of course, you've got to be a good, accomplished cueist to play this game, but this game's got a lot of knowledge as well behind it.
Yeah.
Where to play, the pattern play, the sector play, kick shot play, everything
There's
plays
a lot
a role.
more give, I think, in this game than there was in the other one. Do you know
The
what I
pot's
mean?
a lot easier.
Yes.
The pot's a lot easier. And there's a lot more space to work with. Just as I said that, he's kissed the black. Is he on?
He's on the 3, but I think he wanted to just cruise around the back of that black and not touch it at all.
Chris doesn't look very comfortable to me at the moment. See, Chris is what I call, like, Chris can play fast, slow, whatever, but he's really a rhythm player. When he gets into rhythm, he's really unstoppable. But at the moment, just the way he's walking around in his body language, it's not as comfortable as what I've seen him in the past.
Absolutely.
And he's under pressure. He's 13-11 down. You know, George just needs to win 2 frames, and he's won $500 out of him. It's $500. 500 smackaroonies. Yes, Archie, it's George's way. George is leading 13 frames to 11. George received a 5-frame start from Chris, and this match is pretty much, Chris has never really got rid of the handicap the whole way through. Really go through that gap here. He's found the gap. What a great shot from Chris. A great shot from Chris. But his work isn't done yet, Jamie.
That was a lovely shot to go through the gap there. No, his work's not done.
He's run some really difficult, this is not an ABC rack, he's run out some really difficult racks today. He's coming in with a lot of bottom on this shot. To play shots like that, that beautiful drag shot where there's so much pressure, you got to have ice water through your veins. And that's where Chris excels. He's got a fantastic cue action.
Very calm and collective as well.
Well, you got to be. I mean, Chris has been in these situations multiple times before. You don't win Oceania Championship by just running in there and mowing over your opponents. He would have won that tournament by, there's situations in tournaments where you're being under pressure, or you're going to be tested by table situations or by, you know, opponents.
Yes.
And Chris is the guy that rises to the occasion under pressure. This is a tricky shot now. He's come off 2 rails. He's played it slow. He's held it well. Beautiful.
Little cut down the cushion here on the black. Probably a bit of bottom right-hand side to get down for this 9.
It's a thin cut, though.
It is a thin cut,
especially hit this accurately and judge the speed of the white ball. 2 rails here.
Not easy hitting a ball like this in with side, though.
And soft as well, the way he's going to hit it.
He's done that beautifully.
He's always been really good at that shot. He plays that shot really well.
Gorgeous shot.
You know, this was a very difficult out. Very difficult out.
I don't think he's got much angle here.
Judging by how hard the out was and how breezy may look easy.
Well, he has made it look easy.
We've got a game on our hands, Jamie.
I thought that white ball was going to stop short there and leave it a really tight cut or a double, but he can pop this down the cushion without too many problems, I think.
He's got to use the rest, but the breeze, snooker player, I don't think he's going to have much problem with this shot at all.
Obviously, being a snooker player, very good rest player as well, you know. Very good technique with the rest.
Please don't jinx, Chris. Come on, Chris.
He's got it.
Shot. Well done. Well done. 13-12. Slug to break. Okay. How come it's Chris breaking?
Didn't Chris win the lap? 13-12.
Chris setting them up. 13-12. George's ways, 1 frame in it. I'm going to say goodbye. Going to say hello to Vinny the Kid.
The Kid. Thanks, Jamie. Well, Vinny, you've been watching anxiously as I have as well this entire match. 13 frames to 12.
It's coming in nicely towards the end here, and that was a great finish from Chris, that last one. And
what a difficult rack to run.
Yeah, it was. You had to land on points for a few shots in a row there, and I was actually speaking to Chris the other day where what this concept of our cash challenge matches are is, you know, like, he's never going to be in this sort of situation if we just have a practice where he had to make that clearance. You know, if we were having a hit, well, if you got it, you got it. If not, you're not. He had to make that last clearance. And you don't ever get put in situations.
Look at this break. Look at this break, Vinny.
And that's what he needed at this time.
Yeah.
You don't ever get put in those situations, only in comp. And we only have a few comps.
Oh, we only have, what, 5-6 comps a year?
We need something else to emulate that comp match play, get in that situation under the...
And that's where SPCCM comes
Yeah, so that's why, you know, and it was funny because we came for a hit a few days after we played you.
Yeah.
And he came in, he was knocking balls back. He goes, I feel flat. And I said, he goes, I don't know what's wrong with me. I said, I don't know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. You played George last week, 3 sets.
You played Barry. Stop calling me George, damn it.
Sorry.
Fuck me, dude.
You played Baz for 3 sets, and now you're fully hyped up on that. You're like in the zone, and now we just have a knockabout. It's hard to sort of get in that mode.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
And now you can see him now, like the sort of.
He's got that intensity now.
Yeah, and that's what we're lacking too. We could play all we want in Australia, and play in the few comps we do play, but then we need to keep getting exposed to that. So when we do play the bigger tournaments, you know, we don't have to spend 5 comps to get used to that environment. We've been playing these cash comps all along. Mm-hmm. We've been filling it week in, week out. So yeah, it's a great little.
I see lots of pool players in today. They're all playing for cash, just mucking around. They're
all them guys.
There's a lot of people playing for cash nowadays.
Yeah, I had a little game last night, so that was nice. And
I watched your game.
No, well, not the doubles. That was a bit of a. But I played Tom Harder last night.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I forgot. Like he's done his shoulder and he's coming back, but mate, I forgot how good he can play. We played for a little bit, and I beat him 11-8, but I was trailing the whole match until the end. I got up, but he's playing really, really well, Tom.
Solid player, Tom Harder. It'd be good to see him come back to the New South Wales events.
I think he will. He hurt his shoulder.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
I don't know. Obviously tried to avoid the 9 there, but hasn't worked out, Baz. If he got a fuller kiss, that 4 would have been nicely on.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he can see this or not.
Score George. Chris cannot afford to make a mistake at this point in the match.
I don't know what he's playing. Maybe a double?
Maybe a safe? He's got to swerve this. He's got to masse this to get around it.
Oh, I don't like this.
He fouled. He fouled and he pot a ball for George and he opened up everything. Doesn't get much worse than that,
no,
Vinny.
It doesn't. So, I don't know how that 8-9 combo is looking, but it looks pretty set.
8-9 combo, but even if it's not set, you can always just play on the 6, screw back for the black, and then Bob's your uncle, James your auntie, and give me for $500, says George.
Well, your Bob's your uncle and George is your uncle.
George is your godfather taking your money.
Yeah. Typical Greek
George
godfather.
is a tax man.
Look at this, he's gone your way, Baz.
Yeah, he probably had to. He probably doesn't want to play combination
I think
now.
the key is here though, because of cloths, he doesn't want to overscrew this.
Yeah, he wants to stay high on the black.
You know how nice these cloths are, you just touch it. You know, you just touch it. Look, he's overtouched it.
Yeah.
What did I say, Barry? What did I say?
You're a genius, Vinny.
Yeah, genius.
Genius.
But you know what? I think he had a little result. Look at this. You can chip that up the top. It's sort of a free shot. It's got
They
the
should
10
really
a bit of a cover.
get a ref for this. They need to get a ref for this, not me. Kimo.
Kimo with his absolutely no safety shirt.
I think Kipton said for maybe $100
Yeah.
I'll hook you up with a no foul.
I think George is enjoying this too.
He loves it. He loves the action. He loves playing for money.
It's good to have people like him, Chris King, you know, like yourself. It's good. More people.
He's playing safety.
Like I said, he had the 10 for a bit of a cover. What a shot if he's meant to play safety there.
Well, we know he was trying to make it.
Yeah, he was going. Yeah, he was going for the pot, wasn't he?
Yeah, it would have been.
He was going for the pot. Did he call it?
Yeah,
So he did nominate the pocket, but
there's a bit of history to that shot, and George called it on me.
Did he?
Did he? This is 10 times. Look at this. Imagine if he makes this.
Don't think he's going to come off the rail, is he?
Bring the house down.
He actually played a shot like this against me last week. He was leading.
I've seen it.
And he came off the rail. There was no need to. He's guaranteed a hit off the inside rail, isn't
Yeah,
he?
just a short rail, but he wanted to try and pot it, did he?
He wanted to pot it, yeah.
He plans. I don't think this is the time for it.
Not the 13-12 scoreline.
No way, because if he misses it, George is clearing up. This is risky, Baz. I don't like to do this much risk at this time of the
Don't like
match.
this either. And Chris is a really, really good jumper too. He can jump this. He's
Even if
risking
not,
everything.
you go the
here.
other way, you get an inside kiss and just leave distance. Like this here, you have to hit it.
Even if he hits it, unless he makes it, he's
Well,
left
he's played it a
this.
bit soft, Baz, too. Even if he did putt, he wasn't going to get back down for the 9. He should
Yeah.
have played a bit. At least if he gave it full ball kiss, to leave a bit of separation. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Big bounce, big bounce. Look, I think that's all right. There's a good pot from George under
You think
pressure.
that's all right for Chris, though?
Yeah.
You're not biased, even though Chris is your brother.
It was a good pot. but
You like
yeah.
big bounce,
No,
big
I just wanted to go hill.
Oh, you want to go hill, do you?
Yeah. I wish every match was hill. Imagine that. Every match. Imagine come in, just one frame hill. How good would that be? I don't think this is easy. Oh, he doesn't like it.
Doesn't like it.
Can he use the rest? Is he any good with the rest?
We're going to find out.
Oh! Tell you what, and we thought these pockets were big, eh? No, they're bigger than the last ones.
They're bigger than what we were playing on
but
before.
they're still, and even, you know what's even helped? Because this table's been getting really used, so it's even
Slowing down.
Yeah. Look at this, perfect. Absolutely Inchville, Tennessee, USA.
So we are going to have a 13-all scoreline.
And hopefully it goes hill.
You really wanted to go hill.
Yeah, for 500. See how they, you know, how the player reacts,
See how it squeezes and
see how
Hands up.
you can see how if one player gets a routine finish at hill, how they go, you know.
So we got a comment here, Breeze and Barry, Breeze and George. Gee, I'm calling myself George now. You got me doing it.
Just to give you a little bit of background on that shot that George got me to call, we actually played his team in a league match, and I mistakenly asked him, the captain of the opposite team, to call that shot on one of his own teammates. And guess what? It wasn't a foul.
It wasn't a foul.
It was his teammate who played it, was it? Yeah. Typical George.
So we're having a bit of a laugh.
Typical shifty. Anyway, so if you can't see the score, we're levels at 13-all, we're a race to 15. And
Chris is at the table now.
we will soon.
Gee, I tell you what, guys at home, it doesn't get much better than this. All the marbles, essentially it's now become a race to 2. Chris has first.
What a shot.
First option at the table, if you will. First chance at the table. It's got some angle here. And this is what real-time pressure is all about.
Also, the problem with YouTube is you can't bet without adding their advertising.
Holding yourself together
what a
in
shot.
these situations.
The final going for the black.
$500 to the winner from the loser.
Yeah, the aim is to get our own streaming server, but
We will.
Now, if Chris was at home right now just practicing with his balls at his home table, you'd be no worries, just he'd knock him in no worries. But the question is now,
Uh-oh.
can he do it
Oh, just rolled
in
on.
this situation? Oh, they did a roll on, they also rolled out, like rolled behind
off,
it. Yeah, rolled off.
on, rolled sideways.
This table needs to be rebalanced.
Maybe you need to be rebalanced, Baz.
I can't know. I've been unbalanced my whole life. That's got to change.
It's because you got that thing in the middle, isn't it? It keeps you off balance.
My stomach.
Oh, this is okay. The mule.
I just. They call me the mule for nothing, right?
Just the mule.
Come on, Chris. I was just saying, this is what big time pressure is all about.
Watch
He's on the
this.
side.
Oh, it's all right.
He's okay. He's okay.
What's the big time pressure saying from a big time pressure player?
We're saying this is the situation. Can Chris hold his nerve now? $500 on stake here. This race has now become a race of 2, in essence.
And he's at the table
And Chris
to
has
make
a
it,
chance
to get
at
on
the
the
table
hill.
to get on the hill.
And it just depends on this shot, Baz. Just land nicely on the 8, and if he's nicely on the 8, he'll close it out. This
Oh,
way.
yeah.
You never know.
So
Hitting
you
this
come up
ball
and down the
thin,
table?
hitting this ball thin with the pace of this table, anything could. Look at this.
That's plum.
Is
That's
that
plum.
cue ball and plum sauce? on the Chinese menu.
That is where you want to be in the
The
situation.
little backward reverse side.
And you see Chris just let us a little bit of, just a little breathing there. He
It
was
was
like,
even plumber than you wanted. It was dead
beautiful,
straight.
beautiful, beautiful.
Look, stop.
14, 13 to the breeze.
He's actually done 2 good clearances in the last 3 frames.
Yeah. Under the pump.
Yes.
Under the pump.
And face it, you don't want to lose to George.
Oh, God, no.
You actually
No,
don't.
no
You
one
don't
wants
mind
to
losing to anyone else.
Done, breeze. One more, buddy.
Are they going to have a game?
Jonathan Taylor saying, wow, awesome match. I won heel too. Michael Bray, if it's 14-14, is it still first to 15 wins? Yes, there's no win by 2, Michael. With pool, it's a race to a certain number, and then whoever gets there first. The breeze to break. Needs a big break here. Control that white ball, Chris. Usually on the hill situations, he's popped the white ball too much and you scratch.
I've seen them all.
But he didn't get enough. It didn't seem like the ball's opened up the way it normally would open for Chris.
Alright guys, I've just been informed there is a possible match coming up after this with our hard ones page, which means it's our we've created the
Padawans.
No, it's
Padawans
it wanted to be that, but somehow Kimo wasn't allowed to use Padawans.
George
just miscued, yeah. And there will be a possible match between Kate Harrison and Annie Kim coming up in about half an hour, shortly after this. Just all depends if these guys want to double up a set or something, but I'm not sure. But so the two, our number 1 ranked girl, female, and number 2 is Annie number 2. Okay, well anyway, 2 of our top female players will be coming on shortly after this, so stay tuned, guys. Back to the match, Barry. Georgia just miscued.
I know he miscued.
A simple shot.
I know he miscued. What a time
What
to
happened there? Is
miscue.
it chalk cheap or what?
I don't know.
Q action cheap or?
Hey, if you're a pool player, you know you can miscue.
No, I always miscue. I'm sick of this crap chalk.
What are you using nowadays?
Whatever I find in the rack. I go to comps without chalk.
Oh, you know what? You know what? The run out was hard.
3 foul.
I don't know.
The old 3 foul owl.
He could have played the 1 and then done a snooker with the 2 if he wanted to go 3 fouls. No.
Vinny, do you still want to go hill? Chris Smith there piping up.
Here we go. 2 fouls now. Chris has just warned George 2 fouls. So for all you guys at home now, Chris is going to go for another snooker. And
Yes,
if he gets this.
Ivan is here, Chris. But yeah, Chris has got ball in hand, like Barry was saying. Is the run out on?
Well, it's kind of on. Maybe
It is.
maybe
The 2's on, the 3's on, the
goes.
4's on.
Yeah, but he's got him on 2 fouls now. Will he not go for the
Nah, close it
third
out.
foul? Close it out.
Maybe you can on the
The whole
2.
wall of balls down there. The
Yeah, but
4, 2,
no.
5, 3, 7.
All you do, you play the 1. If you don't get nicely on the 2, then you play the foul.
There you go. But there's a 3 passes 7. That's the whole question.
Yeah, I'm sure. See, if you get plumb on the 2, then you finish the rack out. But if you don't get plumb on the 2, you still can play snooker.
But you know another thing though,
What's the other thing?
you can win $500 now with 1 shot instead of having to play 9 or 10 shots.
Yeah, but there's no guaranteed
win
snooker here.
$500 right here.
There wasn't an easy snooker. He's going for it. Uh-oh. Nah, no good.
No good.
No good. Not for me, that shot. No foul. He's going to pray for no foul. Georgie's heart was going, no white ball, no foul. It was easy to hit, but he wasn't
What if you
guaranteed
hit
to
the
know
one
the white.
from the side cushion, the
Yeah.
cushion, and then the white ball ricocheted into the middle
Yeah, that's
corner
right.
pocket? Possibility. Oh, man.
Actually, he done 2 missed cues there. You know, the 2 fouls he's done, it was 2 missed cues.
What was
The
it
first
really?
one, it was the easy miscue. Second one, he tried the masse and he miscued.
Okay.
So maybe it was a 3 miscue. That would have been some sort of record.
For all you guys at home, 14-13 the score. Chris is at the table.
I think this is on, Baz. If he can drop this in, it's a chance. Oh,
Bounce up and down for
no,
the two.
just drop it in. Ah, it wasn't on. But look at this, behind the 3. No, he's left the old
He's
gap.
left it open again.
Oh, that makes you sick. I know, I do that all the time. Anywhere but there, always.
In the
What's that
hole.
called? Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law, huh? Anywhere but there. He's going for this.
George, you hit this hard.
Yeah. He likes the old whack, doesn't he?
Yeah, he likes to whack the balls.
Look at this, enough. Has he done
One
enough fouls this
one
frame?
foul there, one foul there.
No, Chris will run him out now. Look,
Good luck, George.
the difference is here, the 1 to the 2 is easier this time. Don't, Baz, he doesn't want to land wrong side of this 2 because
Wants to
then
land
he's
high on
going,
the 2.
he's going wrong. He's going to be going away from the 3. So you don't want you just
Wants to land
you,
high on the 2 ball.
you want to underhit this if anything, and he's overhit it.
I can play a kiss into the 4.
No,
Hole for the 3.
no, shit shot.
Shit shot.
No, it was a tough shot. But you know why, Baz? He should have played the second cushion. He should have used 2 cushions.
So sticking behind the 4 ball here, is he? Yeah. George is already on 1 foul. This will make 2. Hey, he'll hit this. He'll hit this. Off the rail. He might even make this.
Uh-oh.
And
And that's game. He's even left a perfect angle to stun over for the 3. I think George should have thought about that a bit more.
if Chris can hold his nerve,
Yeah.
it's his game.
It's a free shot here anyway. If you miss, it's a snooker. See? So I expected Chris to pot that with a no pressure shot. Well, there was pressure within to win the frame, but on that pot, if you missed, you weren't leaving George up. So that was a pretty bad miss by Chris. I'm probably a hard judge.
No, for Chris's ability, that was a miss.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it was a free shot.
I mean, if you had a B-grade player playing that shot, you'd say, yeah, fair enough, tough, but not for Chris.
But, Baz, that's all what the situation does to you. I've played some shots in my
He's
time.
been playing this match now for George against George for 2 hours, and I'm sure in his mind he would have thought he would have shaken George off by now. But George is batting at his toes the whole match.
Kept at him.
Being at his toes. And I guarantee you, he's feeling a lot more pressure this week than what he felt last week against me. A lot more pressure.
Yeah, I think because he doesn't mind. He'd enjoy losing to you.
doesn't
No one
mind,
wants
no.
to lose.
But
to
he doesn't
George.
want to lose to George.
It's not the money. It's just
not the
just
money.
George.
There's a lot more at stake here than money. Everybody at home who's a pool player knows there's a lot more at stake here than just money.
Look at this shot. What a shot.
Isn't it great to see a final frame like this, or
Well,
possibly the second last frame,
yes.
just a lot of safeties? Shot from George.
Yeah, actually, that was a very nice shot.
Chris just acknowledging the tap on it with his finger on the table, acknowledging that was a good shot. Good speed from the George.
From the George.
From the George. We need to
The
change his
George.
nickname.
The George.
No more slug, just the George.
Or Spud.
Spud.
Oh, what a
You
better
knew that
shot.
you knew that was coming. We all knew that was coming.
Tell you what, if I was here, I might even call a 10 here.
I was going to say George could call a 10 in case he makes it.
Oh, no, he's going the other way.
How does it come off the up rail?
Oh, the 10 was still doable.
He's just taught us something.
He's seen something we haven't.
Well, this shot's makeable.
I'll tell you what, this is
Just
almost a
come around
natural.
2 rails
Yeah,
now.
3 rails.
1, 2, yeah, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, 3 rails for the 3.
Possibly 4. You overhit the shot, so you've got the 4th rail. You know the 4th rail is always there. I'll tell you what, it's almost a natural. Touch a left-hand side. If you pop the 2, you will be on the 3.
1, 2,
Oh, he's
Avoiding
going
the
that way. Look at this.
3.
Still the 4 rails, like I said.
Beautiful. 4.
Not the way I
Not
see
the way
it,
you wanted
because
it.
it was a bit different angle than I thought. But he's given himself the opportunity to win now, Baz.
Chris Smith said something here. Vinny, do you still want to go hill? Tell him I'll come now if he wants to play.
That's Chris King.
Chris King.
I'll give you a ring in a minute, buddy. think that could be the end, my friend. This is the end, my friend.
I wouldn't count my chickens just yet, but obviously for a man of Chris's ability. A 7.
It's no problem. The old 2 cushions, bottom left.
One, two. Where's that middle pocket?
Wow, it's a bit too close for me.
Oh, it's too close. And now Chris is like a half smile. I think he knows in his heart now he's done all the work.
No, I don't think he's nice on this. Oh, that's game. Oh,
it's game.
If he doesn't finish from here, I'll eat my hat.
Chris should start. Not Chris. George start carrying his money
he
now.
could miscue. He's prone to a miscue. Oh, he could miscue again.
Come on, dude. Guys, I hope you enjoyed yourselves at home. And a wonderful match to commentate
Could get
on.
a kick. Ah,
well done, Chris.
well done, guys.
Well done. Thanks, mate. Thanks for commentating with me.
Cheers, Barry. Baz is the post-match man.
Is it on?
I landed on a different angle, thinking I was going down that end, and they got me again. But it doesn't matter. It's all good. Hello, Barry.
Hey, George. I had come here for the post-match interview. How'd you go? How'd you feel today went?
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that close, to be honest with you. I thought I'd probably get 5-6 frames, maybe. Yeah, but he's a good player.
He's a good player, but you pressured him the whole way through. It was a close match.
It's as long as I'm having fun. And I had fun. I played all right.
It looked like you had a lot of fun.
One shot on the 9 cost me, but I would have been 14.
And
14,
the 6 ball you tried to roll in the middle, which rolled off.
Oh yeah, that got a slight glance. Yeah, but that was an hour ago.
Yeah, an hour ago.
That was an hour ago. Yeah.
So you had a good time.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I heard you play.
Filthy rotten Cyclops balls.
No more Cyclops balls. Hello, Chris.
You want to come here, George, later? Yeah.
Well done today, mate.
Yeah, thank you, Barry. George played. I think he played well. He said he played okay. I think he played quite well. I wasn't expecting him to have the timing and touch that he did bring 3/4 of the way up in the match. So credit to him. I think he played well. I missed a couple balls. Maybe I shouldn't have, which would have made a difference to go 5-all. Went 6-4. You missed that 9 down the rail. You kind of bashed it, but that's what happened. So this is why I want to play these types of matches and everyone else to get involved, because this money match is virtually the same moments you get when you play a tournament in the semis and the final. So everyone try and get on and support it. Again, thank you to George for supporting. I really appreciate it, and everyone for helping out. So thank you.
Thanks, man. Any final words, George?
It was all right. Look, we played for 500, but you don't have to play for 500 or whatever. I mean, Kimmo's put up $200 matches, which is $200 is nothing. Buys you lunch. So, to play, that's how you get better. You play for money. Yeah, sure.
That happen in the game, which wouldn't happen if you weren't playing for money. A little bit of tension, a ball down the rail, you miss it, and you'd always pot it. You might take a double on where here you're going to play safe. It just changes the whole dynamics of the game. And yeah, I reckon it's really good. If everyone can start supporting it and start playing, it'll be good. In the coming months, we're going to have a one-off tournament for $500 added through our sponsor, Q Creator. So a lot of things are happening, but if you don't support it and you don't play, you won't be invited to play the one-off tournament. So you have to get a money match up on the board. We can move forward. But George, again, thank you very much. I'd like to have another game if you want to play. We could play a different discipline next time if you like. But I really enjoyed it.
Have you got a deck of cards?
Poker? Hey, thanks a lot, guys. It was a really enjoyable match to watch, and we look forward to more in the future. Thanks a lot for watching at home. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon with another money match in just a few moments. Thanks, guys.
Just want to say thank you very much to City Heroes, Walter and the staff here, the support. second to none. They help us out. Brand new cloths here, so if you're in the local area, or even if you're not, just catch a train, come here. $16 an hour. The staff will look after you. Best tables in Australia, in my opinion. So thank you very much. Kimpton, thank you. George is having some post-mortems here. So, credit to George. I was happy with the way he played and conducted himself.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I don't know if Barry and lads told you, but we got Annie Kim and Kate Harrison playing a money match on the Sydney Pool Cash Challenge Hard Ones Facebook page. It's going to be about half an hour away. Thank you. Just going to get a quick Gavin breaking. See how it goes. No, not a sausage there for Gavin.